So today, I was going through some of my old files. It's a rainy day in Western New York. I was going to be riding. So I dug through some old files and I found one that I took after I did an oil change. I did an oil change. I had it up. It was a little low, so I had it at my brother's. I'm like, let's put a little more oil in. So I ended up filling it a little too much. It was right to it filled the entire sight window when you had the bike right up at a riding position. You know, when you wiggled it back and forth, it would, you could see it go down, whatever. So it wasn't crazy overfilled, but with my, I just couldn't take it. I had to get it out of there. I couldn't sleep at night knowing that there was a little too much oil in it. So came up with an idea on different ways to get the oil out. Searched YouTube, and I found a guy used just a simple little top to a spray bottle. This one I took out of an old water mister that we had, when you're tanning and you get hot or do your plants or whatever. So it was a clean one, but you could probably use anything and just clean it out really good, stick it in some water and pump any of the crap out, then clean this tube really good so you don't, contaminate your oil or whatever. But this one was really clean. It's a little dark now from some oil stains, but it worked really well. I'll show you the video of how I did it. Again, you want one that's this is probably about 10 inches long, maybe 11, maybe, I don't know. You're going to need it about that long to get all the way down into that, your pan area where the sup is and everything, down where the oil sits, where it can get in there and get some. It worked really well. I was able to get oil out. It saved me. So now I got it it's a tinge below the sight glass, which is I like. I like it a little more on the full side. Everybody goes, don't keep it right in the middle, low, high, whatever. I don't know. You can run them a little high. So I'm thinking just as long as you're inside those ranges, I like it a little on the higher side. Call me crazy. If you're riding in hot weather, it gives a little more opportunity for cooling to take place. I don't think you're putting pressure on anything, putting oil up into your air filter or nothing. I've put another 1,000 miles on the bike now, and I haven't had a stitch of trouble. So my advice is run it high in the sight window, not over the line though. And that's what I was doing. So I was like, I'm gonna pump it out. So I'll show you that video. Worked out pretty well, and we'll go from there. Alrighty. So in my ultimate wisdom, I wanted to add a little more oil, and I overfilled it. And I looked online. I wasn't sure how to do it. I was going to dump the bike. But for anyone that's wondering, I just took an old water bottle mister that we had. It was kind of, you had to jimmy it carefully through there to get all the way down to the actual, oil down there in the sup. And this works great. I've been able to take just as much as I want out. I think I'm just going to take a couple ounces out. I'm not really sure. It wasn't overfilled by a lot. It was just, when it was totally upright, the sight glass was fully blocked with oil. If you tipped it just the slightest bit, it would go right down. So it wasn't overfilled by much, but me being anal, I wanted it perfect. And, I ride this thing really hard. It's only a 500 to keep up with everybody. You got to really ride these things like you stole them. So yeah, I got a pretty good amount. I used a really clean cup, so I would consider pouring this back in if I took too much out, but I made sure I wiped the cup out really clean and everything. But yeah, I don't know if you guys can see it. There it is. I took about 2 ounces out. That might even be too much, and there's a lot in the line too. I might have took too much out, but we'll see. I put it on the jack stand too, the paddock stand, just to get it nice and level so it was easier to get to the oil. All right, we'll see what we did there. So I can drain this sucker right out. There we go. Alrighty, 500 will be back in business. I've been doing some crazy riding with this thing. I really do like this bike. I think if they put I really would like it. It wouldn't be a cruiser anymore if they put the Honda 650 4-cylinder on this thing that they have on the Honda 650F. I think that would be a cool motor for this bike, and it wouldn't be a crazy amount of horsepower. It would be nice. The balance would be off and it'd be wider. I'm sure Honda would never do it. They're talking about doing the African 1100 twin on it, and that would give you a lot of torque. That'd be a crazy bike. The bike only weighs 400 pounds now. It'd be a little heavier with that motor, but holy cannoli. Yeah, it'd be fun. Needs a little more power, but I do love the bike. So, see you guys later.